let's start by taking that chin down to the chest. And let's rotate our neck to the right and then back and to the left. And let's keep going to the right in these small, slow circles, waking up the neck and the spine. Couple more here. Noticing where your body might need a little extra time. All right, on this next one, when your chin comes down to your chest, let's switch directions. So let's go to the left. And these are slow, controlled movements. Really waking up the body in that flow of movement. Let's do one more. And then when the head comes to the chest again, let's just simply lift that head back to neutral. And I invite you to open your eyes. Now let's go ahead and stay in this seat. We're gonna inhale our arms up. And we're gonna exhale and twist to the right, bringing our right hand behind us, left hand to that right knee. So remember, this is warm up, so slight twist, not a big pull of the spine, just a really small, simple twist, just waking up that spine. And then we'll inhale, arms up, and twist to the left. So left hand behind us, right hand on that left knee. And we'll do that one more time. So inhale, arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to the left. And then let's inhale our arms up and we'll bring them all the way down. And we're gonna move from our seat to our hands and knees. So if you have a blanket or it bothers your knees to be on them, you can grab a pillow for your knees and just place them underneath your knees. So it's really whatever makes you comfortable here, but we're gonna come to our hands and knees and we're gonna first wake up our wrists. So we're gonna take our right hand, we're gonna put most of the weight on our right hand. So we're even gonna kind of shift to the right just a little, and we're gonna move forward towards our pinky and come back. Then move forward towards our ring finger and come back. Then our middle finger, come back. Our pointer finger, come back. And our thumb, come back. And then we're gonna do that again. So our thumb and back. Our pointer finger, back, middle finger, back, ring finger, back, pinky finger, back. So we're just gonna continue to do this at our own pace. So what this is doing is really mobilizing the wrist, getting that nice stretch and mobility, that range of motion. So this feels a little tight. That's completely normal, okay? Especially if you type during the day or you work with your hands at all, you use a mouse. So probably for all of us, it feels a little maybe crunchy in there, but that's why we're doing this, to wake up the wrist, get it mobile, get it moving. Let's go through that hand one more time, and then once you've done that hand, we're gonna come back to a child's pose and stretch that wrist out. So when you're finished, you can bring that booty back to the feet and walk those hands forward into a child's pose, bringing that head down. You can even roll that wrist or move it side to side if that feels good. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. Flowing with the body, flowing with the breath. Allowing our mind to get in a state of flow. One more breath here. Let's inhale back up to those hands and knees. And now let's move to the left side. So we'll put most of our weight on that left side and we'll start at the pinky, press forward. Then our ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, and thumb. And then go backwards. So thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. We'll do a couple more rounds of this at your own pace. This is a great exercise to do before doing any exercise where you're on your hands and your knees or on your hands. So push-ups, lifting weights because you're gripping the weights, any yoga really can help the mobility of that wrist. All right, when we come to finish on this left hand, we're gonna come back into that child's pose one more time and just simply rest. Moving that left wrist, maybe back and forth, up and down, side to side, and finding stillness here. While we're in child's pose, let's take our right hand and walk it over to our left. And maybe even place it on top of that left and then pull that right hip down and back, getting that nice side body stretch on the right side. So you should feel it up through the side of your right arm, down the right side of the body, and even into that right hip and glute. And let's hold here for 2 breaths. And then let's walk that right hand back out to our normal spot. Take 1 breath here. And then let's walk that left hand over to the right. And let's do the same thing in this left side. So pull that left hip back and down. And inhale into that left side of the body. All right, walk that left hand back out. 1 breath in child's pose. And then let's come up to our hands and knees. And we're gonna move into waking up the mobility of our spine. So our knees should be right underneath our hips. Shoulders should be right over those wrists. And we're gonna drop that belly, lift the head for a cat and cow. So we'll then curl the back up, curl a chin in, and then we'll just move between those 2. So belly drops, head tilts up, and then the back curls, chin comes into chest. So try to match your inhales as your head goes up, belly drops, exhales as your chin comes into your chest. Slow and controlled here. pulling that belly button to spine. If you're feeling like, man, we are moving real slow, that is the difference between last time ladies night and this time. Movement flow is a much slower focused workout than a HIIT style workout. So it's kind of neat. You could just choose which version you like better, right? And maybe today you like this version better. Maybe today you're ready to go faster. Every day is going to be different. All right, go ahead and find neutral. So come back to that straight back. And let's go ahead and do some barrel rolls. So these are kind of funny feeling and funny looking, but they are really great for your spine. So we're gonna kind of start with that cat-cow. So we're gonna drop that belly, raise the head, and then we're gonna roll kind of to the side. So roll up to the right, up to the ceiling, and then come down to the left. So as we roll, we're gonna crunch up, drop that head, and then as we come back to the side, we lift our head again. It's kind of this like circular motion with the hips, dropping the belly, lifting the head, and then we drop the head, lift the back. So we're going to the right to begin, and let's do one more to the right. Focusing on that breath, still inhaling as we lift the head, and exhaling as we come down. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. So go to the left. So you might feel funny doing this, or you might feel like this is the best thing ever. It's really great to warm up the spine and get that spine really mobile for whatever you might be doing. It's great if you've sat at a desk all day. Let's do one more. And then come to neutral. Nice job. All right, so you should be feeling pretty good in that torso. We're gonna now come into puppy pose. So we're gonna bring our hands out and keep our hips lifted. And we're gonna bring our chin or our forehead down to the mat. So our hips are lifted, arms are extended. We're coming into kind of when a dog looks like they're about to play. So this is why it's called puppy pose. So you should feel a nice stretch across the chest. And I want you to just breathe full inhales, full exhales through the nose. So inhale and exhale. If this is not enough of a stretch for you, you can bring that chin to the mat, and you should feel an even bigger stretch. So challenge yourself or stay where you're at. Two more breaths. Let's inhale those arms back to our hands and knees. And we're gonna do one more kind of arm mobility work here. So we're gonna be in our hands and knees, and we're gonna inhale that right arm and twist to the right side. And then we'll exhale and bring that right arm under our left, coming down to the side of our face. So the right side of our face. So if you're watching me, I'm gonna do it from the other side so you can see. So you should look like this from the side. So this, you should feel a nice stretch on that outside part of your arm, and maybe even on the side of your back. You can even walk this front hand out to straight if you want, and that can give you an even bigger stretch here. your next exhale, let's bring that hand back in front of the face and we'll open back up to the side and bring that arm down. All right, let's do the opposite side. So we'll inhale the left arm up and exhale and thread it through, coming down to the side of the face. And if you walk that hand out in front, try it on this side. See how it feels. Maybe it doesn't feel good on this side, and that's okay. Take 2 more breaths here. All right, bring that hand in front of the face and we'll open back up and come back down. All right, so we're in our hands and knees pose. What we're gonna do is we're now gonna do a hamstring pose. So we're gonna get a nice hamstring stretch. So we're gonna take this right leg and we're gonna bring it in between our hands. So you can start like this, but then I want you to walk that right foot forward. So kind of use those toes, walk that right foot forward as much as you can, and then pop those toes up. So eventually you should be in this position, okay? Now, if this feels good, stay here, but you can also kind of do a moving flow here. So you can stretch and then forward, getting a stretch in that left hip flexor. If that does not feel good, just stay here. So if you're here and you want to come forward, feel that nice stretch and bring it back. If this is causing pain to that left knee, then I would recommend just staying in that first position. But let's inhale as we move and exhale as we come back. If you're moving, let's do a couple more here. One more. All right, then bring that right foot back behind you, back into those hands and knees, and just go ahead and shake out those hips a little. Notice the difference you feel in your hamstrings. So the right leg should feel a little more loose, a little more open. Left leg should feel a little tighter, a little more closed. So we'll go ahead and now do the same on the left. So we'll bring the left leg in between those 2 hands and then use those toes to walk it forward and lean back and pop that left toe up. Ooh, my left side is way more tight than my right. So if you're feeling that too, that's okay. We're gonna inhale and come forward, exhale and come back. Inhale, go forward. You can even walk those hands forward as you do. Exhale and come back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, come back. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Nice job. All right, bring that left foot back behind you and let's take a rest down into child's pose. So notice here how your body feels compared to when it started. Just notice. Empower the mind to just notice. No attachment, No meaning, just noticing.